What's up, everybody, and welcome to another Cerebreath System video. As always, I'm Viola. I am the host of the Cerebreath System here on Transcended. On our channel, we talk about DID content, mental health content, LGBT content, and we do vlogs, gaming, and now spoken word. I'm really doing a lot of crazy stuff lately, just because I want to do new things and have fun. Anyway, in one of my previous videos, we talked about Whiplash Desert, the risks that are with it, basically what all's out there, why it's there, and how I don't know why it's there, and basically where it leads to. What I didn't tell you guys about are two areas that are near Whiplash, or within it, well, kind of on the borders of it, that I find pretty interesting. So let's start with the obvious. You go through Whiplash Desert, there's a place called Whiplash Outpost. I mentioned this briefly, didn't really go into too much detail. Whiplash Outpost, I believe, the best comparison I have is Dry Outpost from Paper Mario 64. That's kind of how it looks. It is a little bit larger, but there are a lot of, what did I call them before? Did I call them placeholders or something like that? Like, I don't know, it was like the kind of spirit-looking people there. They look very different from the other ones. Obviously, they still have no face and everything, because they're not supposed to. But they do look like they have, like, more shadow to them. They look like they have more clothing. And a few of them have turbans, which is kind of neat. The town itself, the outpost, I should say, sells a lot of dried goods, a lot of fruit, a lot of just very unique things and souvenirs to say, like, hey, you made it through the desert, buy our stuff. It's basically a tourist trap. Which, you know, obviously it's a smart decision to put on there. You know, it's leading you right to Roguesport on your way to Lovelane, so... And it's not too hard to find within my system, which is not bad. Obviously, you know, there's like the dune cart rentals outside of town and everything to get across the desert. But, you know, all in all, this town is not that, like, it doesn't have a lot to it. It's mainly a lot of market stalls. I believe there's a fortune teller somewhere. But honestly, it's not very large. You can, well, not that you can actually do this, because system hopping is not a thing, and I will continue to say that because it is a fallacy, and I hate misinformation. But honestly, you know, if you were to go through my system, like, say I was going through it, you know what I mean? Because I'm basically your tour guide, hello. But, say, like, you're going through Whiplash Desert, you'd go through the outpost. That's basically how it is. It's pretty simple. The other place is the Cliffside Hotel. This is a very strange thing that, honestly, I found out about, I think, a couple years ago. Mainly just on the off chance that I started really, like, understanding that I wasn't, like, maybe I did make this. See, that's the one problem I have with my system. Because it's malleable and people can add and remove things at will, I never know when I make things. But honestly, Cliffside Hotel is on the southern part of Whiplash. So say, like, the main path here is going to the outpost. You would go that direction. You go that way. And you go and keep going until you reach a cliffside, overlooking a very vast ocean. You can kind of see Mermaid Beach from there. It's a little far away, but you can kind of tell where it is, you know, by the rock formations and everything. And on this cliff is a hotel. It is, I think, 4 to 5 stories, and it doesn't get a lot of business, obviously. It's near the most dangerous area in my system that nobody wants to go across unless they have to. And honestly, I don't even know why it's there. But honestly, it's kind of a nice view, so I think some of my others might stay there occasionally. I don't know. But honestly, it's a very strange structure, and more often than not, it's empty. Why it's still running, I don't know. I don't even know who runs it. It's just there. But yeah, that's I know these aren't very interesting things to talk about, but they are fascinating areas that interest me, because it's like they're there, you know, I might as well talk about them. But getting to either of these areas, of course, as I pointed out before, is risky. You know, there are giant sand sharks, giant vultures, giant bats, and bandits, and it's just hard. And you don't want to walk across the desert because the heat and the wind, it's really bad. It's almost like Arizona. No, Arizona's not that terrible. I don't like it here, but it's not as bad as Whiplash in my head. So, you know, that's basically all I got. I know this is short, and I'm sorry. I've been doing a few shorter ones until I can, you know, kind of get more info on other areas. The ones I've been talking about are the ones that I'm a little bit more certain of, the things I know, like the rules and ins and outs of, that I think are interesting. I think the next one is probably, I don't really know, like, I want to talk about things like the Bloody Sticks, which is near where Pride lives, and, you know, the Lichen Woods, and all these, like, areas that I haven't touched on in forever. So those are going to be, like, a few more videos, and then I'll probably, like, draw everything up and show you guys a map of everything. I suck at drawing maps, so it might take me a while. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you stopping by. I always do. If you like what we do here, like, comment, subscribe, all that good kind of stuff. Helps out a lot, especially with this algorithm. It is a mess. And as always, you are beautiful, you're valued, you're important, you're very, very, very important to me and everyone up here. And don't you ever forget it. And I will see you in the next video that I make. So until then, goodbye.